we finally have a better understanding of what really happened in the love story that captured everyone's attention. Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, and Hailey Baldwin. And the truth? It's far from what people imagined. To really grasp the situation, we need to go back a bit. Picture this. You're 25 years old, you've been nominated for Grammys, created your own successful beauty brand, and starred in hit TV shows. You're living the kind of life people dream about. On top of that, the person you've had a complicated relationship with for years surprises you by proposing. For most, that would be the moment you say yes without thinking. But for Selena Gomez, it wasn't the fairy tale ending. She said no. Not maybe, not I need time, just no. And for years, people kept asking why. How could she turn down Justin Bieber, the guy she was once so in love with? Was it because of Hailey? Was she still hurt by their past? Did she just not believe in them anymore? Then in 2025, Selena spoke about it on a podcast, and what she said caught everyone off guard. Her reason wasn't about drama, bitterness, or anger. It was about self-respect. She explained that during that period, she was in a fragile place in her life. She had just gone through a kidney transplant, which took a toll on her physically and emotionally. On top of that, she was battling mental health issues, going to therapy, and trying to rebuild her sense of self. She said she was finally beginning to heal after everything she had been through, and that made her realize she wasn't ready to bring someone else into her life romantically. Selena said something that stuck with everyone. I was just starting to rebuild. I'd been through so much. My health, my mind, therapy, my work. I couldn't bring someone into that space when I was only just learning how to love myself. That one line hit people hard. It showed that she wasn't turning her back on love, she was choosing to take care of herself. Saying no didn't mean she didn't care about Justin, it meant she was finally putting herself first. Their history runs deep. At one point, Selena and Justin were the most talked about celebrity couple. She was the Disney star everyone adored, and he was the teenage sensation from Canada who rose to fame overnight with Baby. Together, they seemed like a dream couple. Fans loved watching them travel, enjoy date nights, and laugh together. But what the public saw was only one side of the story. Behind the scenes, their relationship had cracks. Selena was struggling with lupus and ongoing anxiety, while Justin was also dealing with his own mental health problems, public mistakes, and the nonstop pressure of fame. They were both trying to grow up while the world was watching their every move. They genuinely cared for each other, but their lives were full of pressure and emotional chaos. In 2017, after Selena's transplant, Justin came back into her life. Fans thought this was finally their moment. Maybe they were meant to end up together. But that reunion didn't last. Something wasn't right. The spark that once connected them just didn't feel the same anymore. Then whispers started. Some fans claimed Justin had actually proposed to Selena before marrying Hailey. People argued over whether it was true. Old photos started appearing online and speculation grew. Some said it was just a rumor. Others swore it was real. It wasn't until that same 2025 podcast that Selena confirmed it herself. Yes, Justin did propose, and yes, he meant it. He really believed they were meant to be. But she didn't feel the same. She didn't say it in a way that made him look bad. She wasn't angry or emotional. She spoke clearly and honestly. She said she didn't believe they were meant for each other. Not because there was no love, but because she had grown into someone who finally valued her own peace and stability. She had reached a point where she was done putting herself second. And that changed everything. There's another layer to this story that people keep bringing up. Around the time Justin proposed, some believe he was facing pressure from all sides. He was reportedly dealing with visa issues and needed to apply for a green card through marriage. Not long after, he married Hailey Baldwin in 2018. That timeline made people question whether his proposal to Selena was entirely about love, or if it was connected to everything going on in his life at that moment. Some fans felt it was rushed, or that he was searching for stability anywhere he could find it. But even with all these rumors, Selena never spoke negatively about Justin or Hailey. In fact, her words were thoughtful and grounded. She made it clear she was focused on herself, her recovery, and her future. That kind of honesty showed just how much she had grown. It wasn't about holding on to old feelings. It was about finally letting go, not out of anger, but out of strength. Their story is complicated, layered with history, love, pain, and growth. What makes it so relatable is that it's not just about two celebrities. It's about what happens when two people who once loved each other deeply realize that love alone isn't always enough. Timing matters, healing matters, and sometimes choosing yourself is the bravest thing you can do. Selena's decision to say no may have confused people at first, but now it makes sense. She wasn't rejecting a person, she was protecting her own well-being. And that moment, quiet as it was, turned into one of the most powerful parts of her story. People began to wonder, was Justin's marriage all about love? Or was it partly about staying in the country? Selena didn't come out and directly answer that question, but she said something that gave people a hint. She explained that she couldn't make major life decisions based on pressure, fear, or someone else's timeline. That one sentence said a lot without naming anyone. Maybe Justin was moving fast, trying to secure something, but Selena wasn't in the same place emotionally. And let's be honest, how many people have been in that kind of situation where you feel like you have to say yes just because the world expects it, even though deep down, you're not ready? Sometimes people feel pressured into relationships, marriages, careers, or choices that don't actually feel right. Saying no in those moments isn't easy. It takes a different kind of strength. But Selena did it. She turned down something big, not because she was afraid, but because she was strong enough to protect her peace. She didn't let pressure guide her. She picked healing instead of a romantic fantasy. She chose personal growth instead of rushing into something for the sake of appearances. She chose herself. When parts of her podcast interviews started showing up on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter, the reaction was huge. People weren't just surprised, they felt it. Many viewers commented that her words hit home. Some said, she didn't say no because of him, she said no because of her. That kind of message stood out. Selena wasn't being seen as heartbroken anymore. She became a symbol of someone who respected herself enough to wait for the right time, the right situation, and the right version of herself. Even Hailey Bieber, who many saw as the other person caught in the middle of it all, liked a tweet that praised Selena's decision. People couldn't agree on what that meant. Was it genuine support? A subtle PR move? No one knows for sure, but it got people thinking. Maybe this wasn't about drama anymore. Maybe it was about women recognizing strength in each other. Selena's decision wasn't just a personal one. It represented a choice that so many girls and women face. Do you choose love when it's not the right time? Or do you choose yourself, even if it means letting go of something familiar? During that same podcast, Selena said something that stayed with a lot of people. She said she didn't want to look back one day and wonder what could have happened if she had just given herself more time to grow into someone she could be proud of. That hit hard, because it wasn't just about romance, it was about becoming whole on your own. Now, look at where she is today. She's not just surviving, she's thriving. Her beauty brand, Rare Beauty, has become one of the biggest names in makeup. She's producing meaningful shows and creating music that's honest and real. But more than any of her professional success, what really shows is her inner peace. She's not chasing approval anymore. She's not trying to fit into anyone else's story. She's writing her own. And that's what real happiness is. It's not always about having someone next to you. Sometimes it's about being proud of the person you are when nobody else is watching. So here's a question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where people expected you to say yes, but deep down you knew you had to say no? Have you ever felt that pressure and still found the courage to walk away? Selena's story isn't just about Hollywood or gossip. It's a real-life example of choosing growth over comfort. It's a reminder that you don't have to do what everyone else expects. You don't have to follow someone else's idea of a perfect love story. You can take your time. You can create your own version of happiness, even if it takes longer than you thought it would. If you're in a place right now where you're still figuring things out, that's okay. You don't need all the answers to make the right decision. You just need to be honest with yourself. And if you feel deep down that something isn't right, it's okay to wait. It's okay to say no. Not forever, Just not right now. Selena didn't say no to love. She said yes to self-love. And in today's world, where so many people lose themselves trying to keep others happy, that might just be the most powerful decision anyone can make. This isn't just her story, it could be your story too. Maybe it already is. If this touched you in any way, share it in the comments. Let us know if you've ever chosen yourself, even when it was the hardest thing to do. And if you're on that journey right now, be proud of yourself. You're doing something so difficult but so important. Choosing peace, healing, and self-worth isn't easy, but it's worth everything. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so we can keep supporting each other through real stories that matter. Take care of yourself, protect your peace, and I'll see you next time.